Hi there, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. This is a Toyota Crown Majesta with 4-liter V8 rear-wheel drive, air suspension, and then this one here has just 22,000 original kilometers, and that is the authentic mileage on this one. The condition of the car is top grade, 4.5 points on the auction inspection sheet, but in person, one of the best 25-year-old cars that I've seen, and so really good purchase on this one. The 1UZ engine in this is known for its reliability, and so at just 22,000 kilometers, that's impressive. There's a heck of a lot of life left in this one. Now the hood damper doesn't work, so I put a stick here, but this is going to be a post-purchase inspection video. The vehicle is bought from auction, and then this one's going over to the east coast of the USA. I'll go over this inspection sheet, the interior and the exterior, but first just going to switch the engine off. Engine sounds a little bit like it's revving too high. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's revving at 1500 RPM, so it looks like it has an issue with revving high. Close that off. For now, I might start it again because there are some cool things I want to show you on the interior. Okay, so I'm going to remove the stick here. The coolant looks like it needs to be changed. The oil looks like it probably needs to be changed. It's a touch low, but it's still between the minute and the max. Okay, nothing else really to show inside here. Quad cam V8 puts out, I think, 245 horsepower, somewhere around there. Okay, close the hood up. It is air suspension, and the air suspension on these is kind of known to be leaky when you get to higher mileage or just older stuff. The air suspension on this one is okay, and you can get a controller. Then you can change your height manually. It does have a manual height change that you can do from normal, which this is now, to high height, so that you can get up hills and things like that. But you can also slam it way down if that's what you want to do with the stock suspension geometry. You just need a little controller box for that. So let's go over the auction inspection sheet here. It's a 1993 Crown Majesta. The Majesta is the 4-liter version of the Crown of this generation, and they have significantly different body styling, more modern style, rounder than the other version of the Crown. The Crown Royal Saloon, which is also a very good looking vehicle. And you can get with a 1J. Auction rated 4.5, interior B, and then they said, is this a Crown Majesta? I don't know, but it is. So it's kind of weird the seller didn't know what they had. The body here, A1s can usually be polished out, so really no damage on the body anywhere. And have a look, it's some of the cleanest paint I've seen on a car this old. It's just amazing. So the monitor doesn't work, which creates a problem because some of the, like the AC buttons are in the monitor. Now the monitor is a touchscreen monitor, so you can't really see what you're pressing anymore. The buttons still exist, you can touch it and you can hear it go beep, beep, beep and doing things, but you can't see what it's doing. Okay, interior dirty and wear. The hood damper doesn't work. Winter tires on it. And the winter tires are 1998, and so now that they're 21 years old, it's time to change those tires. And aftermarket wheels on there. It didn't come with the original wheels. Underside has been painted and various shallow scratches on the car and a rock chip on the windshield. Nothing to be worried about. Okay, so let's do a once around so you can take in the good looks of a Crown Majesta. Okay. These have large trunk. They're large sedans here for Japan, because this is the Crown is always, you know, Toyota's flagship model. It needs to be big and in your face and soft and comfortable and well built. These are some of the best cars. In fact, the LS400 basically shares an awful lot with this. I guess you could consider it kind of, well, this one in the States will be like a JDM version of the LS400. Some of the Crowns have fridges in the back, which is really cool. This one doesn't, but it does have power rear seats so that you can recline those. I don't think the LS ever got that as an option. And some of the Crowns here have massaging seats and heated seats in the back, but not this one. Okay, not even the bumpers have corner scuffs, which is something oddly you see on these often owned by grandparent cars. It does have some paint cracks here. Let me show you. Here and here. And then fog lamp together with the headlight there. And these corner lights, which are very cool. Those light up. Yeah, so clean and nice. And we bid on this one. I didn't think that we were going to win it. We actually did. So usually when we win a car for less than I think it's going to sell for, there's a higher chance that that car is going to be in pretty rough condition. But this one was a super win. Very happy about that. Now the trunk, you can put the key in to pop it, and then there's a button inside. It's not like most modern trunks where you can just open it with a button underneath here. Dual exhaust. It looks like moisture inside that headlight, or that taillight I mean. And a crack in the taillight there. And the lace curtains. Woo. And, oh, and these curtains I think are power curtains. You press a button to have them open and close. I'll see about that when I go inside. Going into the back here, no leather. But you do have the half lace seat covers. Very cool. Can't change the seats when the car is off. All right, let's start the car engine again. Let's see if we can get that to idle properly again. And turn off the AC. And the AC does work. Oh, and that monitor just showed for a second. Did you see that? Or am I seeing things? All right. AC. You see that? I pressed in the right part of the screen just because I know these cars. Ha ha ha. I guess you have to have sold hundreds and hundreds of cars before you have enough knowledge to change the AC on this car. All right, so let's see these seats. So there you can see it's reclining. To make it a little bit more comfortable. And then you get your own cigarette lighter in the back here for each of your sides. Actually, let's pull that out. Hasn't been smoked in by the looks of it. Okay, and now going in here, I just sit inside. You get your own controls for the passenger seat here, which is kind of cool. This is for annoying other people. Oh, the tracking for this has something on it. It's bumpy. And so the purpose of this is if you're going to be driven around in this car, which I guess would be a popular thing, you would be sitting in here. You can control this one to give yourself more leg room if you wanted. You also have on this side the seat controller there. And you have vents up here for your AC. Okay, so let's go to the front now. And the fronts also have those half lace seat covers in them. Has the original plastic here on the door. That's cool. And I'm just going to pop that to show you that in a second. Folding mirrors, pretty common on pretty much every car in Japan. And then this one here knocks the water off of the mirror by shaking it. Have a quick look. And it makes the sound of squirrels in the car. Yeah, all the power windows work. Lots of adjustability there. Oddly, it doesn't have programmable seats. Gauge set. Very cool. Analog, kind of late 80s, early 90s style. But take a look. See the seatbelt lamp on here? It's on a different plane than everything else. How do they do that? How's everything else behind a piece of glass that has lamps illuminating on them? Actually, my Honda does the same thing. And the key is that, although you can see into it, it's not really seeing into it. It's a flat piece of black plastic that's mirror-like and reflecting, but is actually being projected from the top. And so this light is behind the black plastic right here. And then see, ta-da! Aha, I figured you out. Alright, so see here, 22,850 kilometers, and height is normal. You can have normal or high, like I said. You also have sport or norm for the suspension. High height, let's put high height on. And I can feel the car going up, that's neat. Power mode, AC is really nice and strong. Shifting is good, but it sounds clunky when you do it, listen. And there's a heads-up display which you can turn off if you want. See there? You're currently going 0 kilometers an hour. You are right about to have a head-on collision with an Audi RS4. Glad that's not real. Okay, power steering is good. I mean, I've already checked everything on the interior. It's all good. Now here, screen. Now you can change your temp here, and this will automatically change the fan speed and the mix of heat and cooling. But if you have it down at the 0, or the lowest amount here, the fans will come on really hard. And then the buttons to change the fan are in here. Now this one here says audio, this one here says air conditioning, and this one's volume up and down, and this one's a map and menu and other things like that. Press the AC, and then they'll have a line of 5 different buttons here for wind strength if you want to manually adjust it. So if you want more powerful, it would be somewhere around here, and if you want lower, it would be somewhere around here. And then there's also here is the places that you're going to blow the wind. And then have a look at these ones. They're being oscillating. They are vent ocelot, like revolver ocelot. All right. Now we have a open and close. Let's try it. Open, close. Open, close. The tracks are dirty. And when the tracks get dirty, you can't open and close. What's this man doing? I'm standing here using a computer. How dare you stand in my lot? Even if it means not getting run over by a van. You saw me looking at him. Oh, and a button here to replace the rear seat position. Has not been smoked in. And tape deck. And I guess you can just do audio yourself with these buttons here, volume if you want. Nah, I don't really know. Now you could possibly repair the screen in there. Looks like the screen still works. It's like a loose connection, because I got it to flicker a little bit when I was pushing it sometimes. Like that time I turned the audio off, or the AC off, and then it, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, and we're having fluctuations in the idle again. So you're going to want to check something like the idle air control valve. Okay, and now that we have the high height, I guess you can get a quick look at how high the suspension is when the height is high. Oh yeah, and that does lift it up a good, like, maybe 3 or 4 centimeters. So you can go off-roading. Alright, that's going to be the end of the video. 13 minutes is too long for these videos, so if you made it this long, you can, you must be incredibly bored. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.